alive.
And so is it, and it, and it. In fact, these things are not only alive, but they're a lot closer to us than we probably care to admit. That's because all living things share certain characteristics. The first thing we have in common with all living things is a basic unit of structure and function, the cell. Humans have about 6 trillion cells, while less complex organisms can have fewer, sometimes far fewer. In fact, some living things contain just one cell. These single-celled organisms are called unicellular, while we and many other living things are multicellular. A second characteristic shared by all living things is the ability to move. But once again, some organisms are a lot more agile than others. And what about plants? They can't exactly run a marathon, but their leaves can turn towards the sun. A third characteristic shared by all living things is the ability to perform the complex chemical activities that are necessary for life. Chemical activities that build up or break down substances needed by an organism are called metabolism. But metabolism can't take place without food. For most organisms, this process, called ingestion, is a simple matter. You put the food in the mouth. Other organisms, like green plants, make their own food. Using water and minerals from the soil, carbon dioxide from the air, and energy from the sun, plants make their own food in a process called photosynthesis. Once food is obtained or manufactured, metabolism begins with the process of digestion. Digestion breaks down food into simpler substances that can be used by cells for growth, repair, or energy. Along with ingestion and digestion is another shun, respiration. This is the process by which living things take in oxygen and combine it with foods to produce energy and waste products. The last shun of metabolism is excretion, the process by which all living things release the waste produced by ingestion, digestion, and respiration. The fourth characteristic shared by all living things is growth and development. For us, that means getting bigger. But for some organisms, the changes can be even more dramatic. While nothing grows forever, some living things have much longer lifespans than others. Some trees, for example, can live thousands of years. Not the most exciting life, but a long one. The fifth characteristic shared by all living things is their ability to respond to their environment. Living organisms react to a stimulus, a change in the environment, with a response, some action, movement, or change in behavior. What stimulus response actions have you engaged in today? The final characteristic that all living things share is the ability to reproduce. And that brings us back to where we started. Yes, it's alive.